A Course in
A
Miracles
Course in
Workbook,
Miracles Workbook,
Lesson
Lesson
129.
129.
Beyond this
Beyond this
world,
world,
there is
there
a
is a
world
world
I
I
want.
want.
Lesson 129 means that there is a loving and peaceful world beyond what your eyes usually see. The world you see every day can sometimes feel scary or confusing, but there is a truer world made of love, peace, and joy that God created. This lesson teaches you to want that loving world instead, and to remember that it is closer than you think, waiting inside your heart.
This thought builds on what we practiced yesterday. It is not enough to see that the world has no real value. If you do not know there is something better to hope for, you will just feel sad.
It is not enough to be told the world has no real value without knowing there is something better. If we look at the world through the ego's eyes, we feel sad, hopeless, and trapped. But when we look with Jesus, we remember there is another way.
We are not focusing on giving up the world, but on trading it for something much better, something that brings real joy and peace. Do you really think this world can give you that?
Jesus is not talking about the world we see with our eyes, but the world in our thoughts. To trade this world means to let go of the ego's thoughts of guilt and specialness, and choose the Holy Spirit's thoughts of love and forgiveness instead.
It is a good idea to take a moment and think about what this world is really worth. Maybe you will agree that there is nothing to lose by letting go of thinking it has any real value.
Jesus gives us credit for seeing at least this much, that the world has nothing we really want.
The world you see can be very harsh. It is unkind, changes all the time, does not care about you, and is quick to punish. It gives you things, but then takes them back, even the things you love most. There is no true, lasting love here, because everything in this world of time comes to an end.
Everything here fades and dies, no matter how good it seems. This world always ends. But beyond this world is something greater. True love, beauty, and peace do not come from the world we see. They come from forgiveness, which leads us back to the real world, where everything lasts forever, and we remember who we really are.
Is it really a loss to find a world where you can never lose, where love lasts forever, hate is gone, and revenge means nothing?
The real world is not a place, but a way of thinking filled with perfect healing. When we fully choose the Holy Spirit's thoughts of love and forgiveness, the ego's thoughts of fear, guilt, and hate disappear. Our minds are healed, and only love remains.
Is it really a loss to find everything you truly want and know it will never end? Staying just the way you want it forever.
Jesus reminds us, you are not losing anything. Look at the forever gift I give you instead. But when we think we are just our bodies and believe in being special, it feels like giving up things in this world means losing something. That is why we need Jesus to help us see things differently.
Even the gifts of the real world will one day be exchanged for something even greater, something we cannot describe. You will go beyond words into a quiet place where nothing is spoken, but everything is perfectly understood.
This lesson talks about three worlds. First, the ego's world, which is full of fear and cruelty. Second, the real world, which reflects heaven's love and helps guide us home to God. Third, heaven itself, where words cannot describe the peace and joy we find. There is a quiet place deep inside you where the world is forgotten, and only the love of God remains. This is where you truly live, with God forever, safe and at peace.
Communication between God and His Son is always clear and never ends. They speak to each other forever, but not with words. What they share is too perfect for words or symbols.
This song is heaven, a place of perfect oneness and love that goes beyond all words and symbols. It is like a song they share, but it has no notes or form. It is beyond anything we can see or describe.
God and His Son share everything directly as one. But when you stay tied to this world, you feel far from that. Still, you are very close when you choose the world you really want instead.
In heaven, there is no separate self, only perfect oneness. But we do not go straight from this world to heaven. First, we go to the real world in our minds by looking at guilt and seeing it is not real. When guilt is gone, only love remains, and we stand at heaven's gate. Through forgiving our brother, we see a world of love instead of hate, and we are ready to go home to God.
Now, the final step is sure. You stand just a moment away from forever. From here, you only look forward, never back at the world you no longer want.
You cannot look back because the world you left behind is gone. When you wake from the dream, there is nothing to remember because you understand deep inside that the separation never happened. The world never really happened either. Forgiveness clears away all that is not true and lifts the shadows from your mind. This brings you to a new, peaceful world where only love and peace remain.
Here is the new world that comes when you free your mind from the small things the world uses to keep you trapped. If you do not give them value, they will disappear. But if you think they are important, they will feel real to you.
The things we see in the world are just shadows of the mind's thoughts of separation, sin, and guilt. To free ourselves, we look at these thoughts with Jesus and say, I made a mistake. I do not want this anymore. I want your love instead. The ego uses the world to keep us afraid of changing our minds. But when we stop fearing God's love and choose it over the ego's lies, we no longer need the world to hide from our minds.
This is the choice you have. What can you lose by deciding not to value nothing?
Jesus promises we lose nothing by choosing against nothing. But the ego tells us that life is all about sacrifice. We must give something up to get something in return. The ego says if we take Jesus' hand, we will lose what matters. But Jesus teaches us the truth. The world has nothing real to give. Power, fame, money, and pleasure all seem important, but they only matter to the body, not to who we really are. Chasing these things makes us forget our true identity. When we choose the Holy Spirit instead of the ego, we lose nothing and gain everything, our true self and the peace we thought was lost.
This world has nothing you really want. But what can you choose instead of something you truly do want? Let it be given to you today. It is just waiting for you to choose it, ready to replace all the things you have been looking for but do not really need.
Jesus is asking us to use our good sense and make the only real choice there is. Is it really a sacrifice to give up pain? Do adults miss their old toys? Would someone who has seen Christ long for a place of suffering? No one who has found real peace wants to go back to the world's pain. Who would choose nothing instead of everything?
Practice being willing to make this change for 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, and one more time during the day.
Jesus suggests practicing for 30 minutes, but he really wants us to remember what we truly want all day long, especially when we feel tempted to forget.
Start by saying this: beyond this world, there is a world I really want. I choose to see that world instead of this one, because there is nothing here I truly want.
You cannot truly mean these words if you still want to keep your specialness. If you do not notice this desire, the words will feel empty and you might think the practice does not work. Try to be honest and see if this thought is in your mind. I care more about being special and right than about God's love. Once you see this, you can make a real choice. The world offers nothing we truly want, and the choice becomes simple when we clearly see both options side by side.
Now close your eyes to the world you see, and in the quiet darkness, watch as lights not from this world shine one by one until they all blend together as one bright light.
As you practice, you will begin to see a light in others, not with your eyes, but in your heart, because you first see it in yourself. The more you do this, the more you will know the light in everyone is the same. It has no beginning or end, because it is the light of God, shared by all. You need to practice this with everyone, even yourself, especially when you are tempted to see only darkness. This helps you close your eyes to separation and open them to unity, knowing you and everyone are one with God.
Today, the lights of heaven lean towards you, shining gently on your closed eyes as you rest beyond the world of darkness. This is a light your eyes cannot see, but your heart can feel.
This is not about physical light or auras, but the light of healing that shines in our minds. Even if we feel this light in a physical way, it is just a symbol of the real light inside. The light does not come from outside, it is within us. In truth, we are the light, and we remember this the moment we let go of the darkness.
And yet your mind can see it plainly and can understand.
Your eyes cannot see the light of the mind. They were not made for that. But when you choose Jesus as your teacher, you will see the world differently. You will see either love or a call for love, and know they are the same. Guilt blocks this vision, but forgiveness sets it free.
Today is a day of grace, and we give thanks. Today we see that what you were afraid to lose was really nothing at all.
What you were afraid to lose was the ego's idea of being separate, which is really nothing. Forgiveness helps you see the difference between nothing and everything. The Course may feel like it asks you to give up what you hold dear, but it only asks you to let go of what hurts you so you can be free.
Now we understand there is no loss because we have finally seen what is real, and we are thankful we made this choice. Every hour, remember your decision. Pause for a moment. Let go of any other thoughts and quietly say, "The world I see holds nothing that I want. Beyond this world, there is a world I want."
It is important to remember your choice, not just every hour, but all through the day. When you notice ego thoughts, like judging, attacking, or feeling special, do not feel bad. Instead, ask Jesus to help you see things differently. Part of your mind may not want love and light, but another part does. Otherwise, you would not be practicing these lessons. Noticing this helps you ask Jesus to help you change your mind and truly mean,
"The world I see holds nothing that I want. Beyond this world, there is a world I want."
We are now ready for the last lesson in this series, which reminds us that our minds have the power to choose the one thing that will truly make us happy.
Beyond this world, there is a world I want. Beyond this world, there is a world I want. Beyond this world, there is a world I want.